Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone listening, of course, this is the spot, the power spot area thingamajig where we discuss the power episode. It's going to be Ghost. It's going to be season 4. It's going to be episode 3, the final season. Well, part 1 of the final season. But yeah, I'm here. Of course, Easy Yon, and I got Ed Mighty Young in the cut. Say what's up.
Yep, and Mighty Young over here. About to just talk some shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, let's just hop right into it. I mean, yeah, basically the episode just kind of starts out simple. Braden and Tariq need cash. They got no hook, no to connect, nothing. And I think it was Pinky's cousin or sister or whatever. And like she buys the cars off them so they get money.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. It was smart though too because it was easy for them to get rid of everything.
Quick monies, yeah, exactly. That's all they needed. And I mean, they needed a connect, which obviously they go through Davis for, which is like, the main thing because Davis has like, he's defended people in the past where he probably knows their history, so to say, and so passes some of that info to Tariq, of course, for the casual Davis method, a casual cut, finder's fee, and slowly Tariq and Brandon just kind of making their move, but then got to focus on Obi, man, because at the end of episode 2, he was booked by Carter. Not booked like arrested or charged, just like as we find out, he was just there. Obi was free to go, but Carter very smoothly has like he's like, yeah, I got photos of you with Tariq St. Patrick in his folder, and then without even looking at it, it's kind of it's kind of stupid. Obi didn't even look at it. He just said, "I want to make a phone call." And then Carter threw the folder away. I don't know if you noticed, it was blank papers.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of bullshit. Cause even Obi know he didn't have anything, so he just went straight to the phone call. Cause he knows his rights. You know your rights.
It's just I would have looked at it, but I think he thinks looking at it is an admission of guilt or worry, but it's like nah. It's like it's curiosity. It's like, okay, I wasn't there, so let me see what supposed evidence you have on me.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. That's definitely smart on his behalf. Carter wasn't able to pin shit on him.
No, then I mean I think they're teasing Congressman Tate, Rashad Tate coming out soon because we haven't seen him yet so far, so we're still waiting on that. But yeah, he signed off on the green card, so he's definitely going to be looked at by Carter.
100%.
Like there ain't no way about that. And I don't know, a lot of subplots going on because you got the Drew and Diane trying to keep it a secret. Monet's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, who tried to shoot her. Tariq and Braden, gotta go do their connecting. And Kane and Effie have a little story where Effie's trying to move, she's doing the drug dealing, but she's trying to focus on her like robotic stuff. And Kane acknowledges that. So Kane is also trying to move up in Noma's ladder, like in her ranks.
Yeah, and Drew as well. Drew is also seeing the picture of finally being in the game. Him and Kane are pretty much back to competing for that top spot.
No, exactly. And Diana wants out the game, but Drew kind of warns her, like, "Hey, yo, I mean, no one will kill you, so chill out on that."
Yep, they pretty much has no choice.
It's like you're kind of locked in at that point, and like I said, with the going back to Tariq and Braden, their connect. I like the pickup part where he mentions, he caught this where he mentioned like, your St. Patrick, your dad, he would take care of a problem before it even became a problem. Like that's some good callback right there. This felt like a little OG Power episode in a little way.
In another way, reminding Tariq who his dad was, because Tariq's always downplaying his father because of how he didn't like him. Just put your personal shit aside. Ghost was a fucking legend, man. He just has to admit it.
No, major bias he had because I mean the man killed him at the end of the day. So I mean it's not surprising why he feels a certain way, but it's just the fact that like at least some people in the game respect Ghost, for who he was and how he handled business.
Exactly. That's what I got out of that conversation between him and Zion. It was like, damn, he took that solely because of who Tariq was, his last name.
No, when it comes to Zion, he's the connect. This is Tariq's episode to basically kind of, I guess you could say, impress him somewhat. I mean, it's not really impressing him. He's just trying to make a move up the ranks, I guess, as well towards Zion. He does this interesting plan that throughout the episode. This is a Ghost move. I'll say right now. Basically, there's this guy Roman who's kind of going through Zion at the moment. So I believe Zion's just not dealing to Tariq because again the lack of respect given and stuff like that, and just he can tell Zion can just pick up on Tariq knowing he's not ready for that. You know what I mean? All that stuff. So Roman's their plug or connect allegedly. So and he gives them some samples with a bag with their logo on it, and Tariq takes some and oh man, the chain of events on this one is crazy.
No, that shit was wild, bro.
So yeah, Tariq taking the samples basically leads to him telling Effie that, hey, he's like, hey, is there other people on campus, son? She's like, no, why? He's like, I found this little bag here, and I don't know whose it is. And Effie passes that on. I think she passes on to Kane, right? Or
Yeah, she goes back to Kane and Noma, telling them that there's somebody at Stansfield named Roman, and he is moving weight. So that's competition. So Kane says he knows who this Roman person is. He's not a threat, but Tariq knows that any threat at that school is gonna be dealt with by Noma or Kane. He knows they're gonna do something about it, which is smart, because immediately Noma jumps on it. She wants Kane to handle it.
no, exactly. And on top of that, too, like when it comes down to the whole competition clearing type of thing, Tariq set it up perfectly because now he doesn't have to do a thing. He doesn't. He just has to let the pieces fall into place. And a little thing we have to notice, just before a little tension was going on between Kane and Noma, Effie walked in and she obviously saw what was happening and about to happen. I'll just say it like that.
Oh my goodness, yeah, she knew right away. Like, oh, these niggas are smashing. That's crazy. Like she was kind of jealous at the same time, but she was like, damn. You could see it in her face. Like they didn't even do nothing yet, which is
No,
crazy. They
exactly.
literally just had that stare. But that stare also means something else.
And then we see Kene or Kane, I guess I don't know how you say Kene, Kene, and basically Drew's at his apartment trying to find Obi, and that's where he finds out that Obi's at the police station. He still doesn't know what for, but then Obi's brother kind of unintentionally thanks Drew or Noma's company, whatever, for the green cards. Drew knows they didn't get the green cards for him, remember? Because Obi kind of already told them like, yeah, we got it through the embassy, legit kind of thing. But Drew's kind of like using that as like a let me hold on to this for now type of thing, and just left the apartment. I was worried for Obi's brother for a second. I was like, oh no.
I thought Obi's brother was going to get dealt with once Drew heard that information about the green cards myself.
But yeah, I mean that wouldn't make sense to us off him. Like, what the fuck did he do? You know what I mean? Like, he's just a immigrant who just got here. You know what I mean? He didn't really do anything, or he's not a threat. There's no one to snitch. You know what I mean? And I mean, we'll explain later going forward how Kenne could be a major factor in the last part of Power or Ghost anyway. Um,
Especially when it comes down to taking down Noma.
exactly. And kind of have a little Monet still trying to figure out what's going on, and she doesn't interrogate Diana, but she kind of looks at her and just like, did you know anything about my shooting, or did you give Kate Egan this address? That do you tell her I gave her? Did you that
She
you
asked if she knew who
basically
she was.
yeah basically did she know who I was type of shit, and basically Diana said no, but you could see it, and obviously from our perspective, she was just crumpling her fist a little bit, and a flashback occurs, and Diana something about it was something going on, and they were asking, oh yeah, it was like what people at school if they ask what's going on or something like that, what do you say? But Diana would, Drew was good at lying. He was just practicing what to say if teachers asked. And then Diana would say something. It was a good lie, but she was crumpling her fist. She gives off a vibe that she was lying, and Monet always constantly tries to tell her, like, don't do that, type shit.
Yeah, it brought her back to that flashback. You're not lying about when she was seeing how her fist was crumpled up, how she was fidgeting. She was fidgeting a lot, which is what she was telling her. That's one thing she noticed when she asked Diana, "Do you know? Did Tariq tell you that I gave Egan the address?" And then he said, he said that you were mad. He heard that you gave him Tommy Egan Tasha's address, but she don't know a Kate Egan. And then, like you said, her fist crumpled up, and yeah, right then and there, Monet knew something was up.
She knew. I think at that point, Monet just confirmed it. It was true. Yeah, maybe she was behind it, but it's hard to say. But I don't know. We got to go back to Obi though. He's basically sprung by the Native American, I think, lawyer of Davis's.
Yeah, Davis's lawyer, because I believe Drew called McLean to ask him, can they just hold Obi like this or whatever? And
He's like, don't ask me about what the NYPD can and can't do because he has experience with them. They're fucking with him as they speak.
yeah, so he sent his little lawyer girl to handle Obi, which was smart.
She had some leverage too. 'Cause she was talking that shit, saying like, "I'll report you to CNN. You're holding a Nigerian immigrant here hostage against his will," type shit. Like, it's just funny, but
Yeah, it was an easy fix for Obi. He was able to get out of there.
now it's kind of worrisome for Obi though because Drew's like, we gotta let Obi, Noma know about this, and Obi's like, no, we can't tell her. It's gonna add stress. Obviously, he's just trying to be diversive of the whole situation. He's like, no, the detective is just BSing, blah blah blah. Let it be, and he'll owe him one, that kind of thing. And Drew, you can see the stare he gives. He sees right through it. He. It's not that he knows he's gonna snitch. It's that Obi has a secret or something or whatever that's gonna cause him to be gone or something like that. And Drew's just saying, okay, yeah, for sure. They shake hands on it and you're like, okay, cool, it's all good.
Yeah, he just holding on to that until he needs it. That shit was crazy, bro. And then also Obi was making promises, saying, "Oh, you're gonna move up," getting Drew hyped up, which is crazy, because like you said, Drew was just using that green card thing in his back pocket just to see, just to know when to use it. So Drew was, like he wasn't buying any of that.
He's went ahead with it because he knew he could just tell Noma everything that Kenne told him about the green card stuff. So there's that. And
Yeah, that too.
a
That's
little
crazy.
slight focus, which would be stressful for any college student. Becca, Braden's sister's like what looks like she's just really hyped up. She took a lot of coke or something, and she's just throwing clothes around. Has to move out because her name is like the. Why am I blanking on their name already? The last name.
The Westons.
Yeah, I was gonna say Westerland or something like that, but yeah, the Weston name is no longer in that room, so they gotta leave and. Yeah, I feel like it's a tease for her potentially overdosing, man.
Yeah, no, possibly, because the Weston family is just falling apart, bro. Like
Ever ever
everything.
since Braden got in the game,
Yeah, and then after that, just things started happening. From Trace stealing the product, from Braden, getting kicked out of Stansfield, to the Weston, Enterprises, to the Weston Holdings getting raided and stuff, getting shut down, to what's happening now. It's just Weston family since the beginning of the season. They just been going downhill. They just been descending.
it's terrible, honestly. Like the Westons, it literally is Braden's fault. Not he actually, yeah, it is Braden's fault. Remember the Ponzi scheme was leaked. The just Braden getting kidnapped by Braden's sister getting kidnapped by Drew and Diana. Um, fucking Trace getting beat up by Kane, even though it was initially his fault because he stole the product that initially led to him meeting Kane. But
I forgot about Lucas, bro. Lucas was a motherfucker back in season 3.
no, fuck Lucas, man. I don't want to wish death on anyone, but at least he deserved the crime and punishment, for fucking up everything.
Yeah, I forgot that guy was the one that fucked up everything with the Ponzi scheme. Man, if he wasn't around, bro, if he just left, if they didn't have no Ponzi scheme, Tariq would still have his trust fund, and they probably would still be chilling at Weston Holdings.
Yeah, the Weston Holdings, man, and Tariq lost his fund, right?
I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah, well, he got to figure something out, man. Maybe, uh, why am I blanking on names? This is because I haven't seen him on the screen. The black dude, RSJ.
Yeah,
It,
all right, shit.
like he's gonna, because he has connections with the SEC allegedly, as he says. So he maybe can get Tariq some of that money back or all of it or something. Because he knows Tariq wasn't in on it.
I wonder if this guy's gonna ever come back, bro. Because it's 4 episodes in. We got 6 episodes left until this show is over.
He
So
was he was a little integral to like Tariq entering the business world, giving him some tutelage.
yeah, I wonder. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why they're not showing him right now. Hopefully, they show him in the second half of the season along with Tate. You know, it's just a matter of time before Tate pops back up, though. We already know he's coming at some point. Hopefully.
And then we focus on the next scene here. Of course, it's Obi. This is basically where it goes bad for him because he pulls up to Noma's place, and as we predicted, or as we knew, I guess obviously, Drew immediately says, "By the way, yeah, no, you know, Obi's brother wants to say thanks for us getting him those green cards like we did. The only thing is," and he points it out that Kane and himself don't know Rashad Tate who signed off on the green cards, but they know that Tariq knows them and put two and two together. And Noma just immediately says, "Is that why you helped him escape that one time?" And he kind of covers himself nicely. He does say like, what use to us is, if he's not alive, and it makes a good point. He has to be active for them to keep profiting and succeeding, but she doesn't believe in that, and she just stabs him straight from like the neck up through his head, and Obi gets one last word in on calling her a devil because I guess he knows the real Noma, like everything about her.
She said, "You're not focused." He said, "I'm always focused." That was his last words, I think.
It's terrible.
Yeah, and then also, yeah, like you said, he was just pleading to how Tariq is smart. He's very useful. How useful is he to us if he's not alive? Norma pretty much agreed with him though, but she disagreed with the fact that he was on point. Which was weird.
I
So
think more so the betrayal too. I mean, if imagine, I mean, realistically, see it from Noma's perspective. If Obi did it that one time and let Tariq escape, what's gonna happen next time? Like what could happen? Could she set up? Should be set up by Obi and probably get off by Tariq. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, that's true. That's true. You never know with these stipulations.
No, it's crazy. It's a crazy world, honestly.
Big facts, bro. It's
But
crazy.
then the one dude, I don't know their names specifically. I think he was just a one-time appearance, but basically, Kane's going around trying to interview people, or not interview, but question him like, who's dealing at Stansfield, and the dealer's like, I don't know, no Stansfield. Who's Stansfield, bro? he clearly does not know. So Kane's like, all right, put the word out. You know what I mean? Like, I need to know, and they're still figuring it out. You know what I mean? They're still trying to figure out who the fuck it is, that kind of thing. And it leads to one of the best things where it's like, I think they don't, doesn't the Kane, not Kane's crew, but Noma's crew, they follow one of Roman's, or I believe Zion's, doesn't matter who, but their connect drop, and then they light the van on fire, and then just blows the fuck up.
Yep. They blew that shit up. That shit was crazy.
Now imagine that'd be frustrating, bro, losing a supply drop like that.
Yeah, Tariq was smart for getting rid of the competition. And then also Detective Don Carter was able to get the drop on Roman and his crew, so they got wrapped up along with their shipment. So it was a clean sweep for Tariq and the boys.
No, it's a whole thing where Tariq is just kind of kicking back and watching everyone do his plan for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And then we kind of see Kamal back. He's here. He's trying to reason with Carter and be like, "Hey, yo, like, let me help out on this because I know what's going on." And because he knows Rashad Tate, you know what I mean? And he knows Tate's name is on the green card, so kind of help him out. But
Yeah, that's true.
here's a little tease for later on too, because Kamal's kind of butting heads with Carter because there's a drug thing going on, and it's outside of a certain district that Carter works in. And Kamal's like, "Wait a minute, you're not able to do that in different bureaus." And Carter is, "So if drug dealers can break the rules, why can't we?" You know what I mean? So he's technically not supposed to do the things he's doing. Kamal points that out, but basically saying fuck it. And Kamal wants to go with him just to be involved. I think he wants to be helpful.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. He just wants to be a part of everything. He wants to finish what he started, as he once said.
Because he did question Tariq before. He started out with him. Yeah, he
That's
was.
Mansfield. Yep.
It's gonna be interesting how Power. I don't know. Like, I want to see what happens between Kamal and Rashad. Honestly, I was going to say Kamal and Tate, but that's his last name.
Kamal and Rashad.
Yeah, no, I want to see what will go down between them later on because I think that's an interesting dynamic. They're not polar opposites, but they have opposite mindsets and ideas about how to get forward. You know what I mean? Rashad getting lucky, but kind of scamming his way to the top, if that makes sense. You know what
Yeah, that's true. Always getting lucky.
I mean? And then Carter and Kamal chase down Roman. They stop him and basically go from there. I mean, it was just kind of funny. I mean, just Kamal just wanted to be a part of it. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if he was out or just like on because he wasn't he like a assistant. No, he wasn't ADA, but like wasn't he like a prosecutor in some case? Like one point.
He was a top of the line federal prosecutor, I believe. He turned the suit into a shield once his wife died.
Wait, who? Carter?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about Kamal.
Kamal, he's working with his. I mean, he has a wife and kid.
Wasn't he like a prosecutor though, or something like that, or a detective?
He works. Yeah, he's a detective. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what season 2. Okay, because I remember when they were doing the um I remember when Kamal was on the Tariq St. Patrick case. Remember?
Yeah.
And then he was what was his position though? Like a detective, like just a detective,
sergeant, detective, something I forgot.
Okay, I thought it was more with the DA office at the least. You know what I mean? District attorney office. I don't know why I thought he was out there, but yeah, no, Kamal just proving his stripes. I think he's gonna make an impact on Rashad's point of view going forward, that type of thing. Might even save his life, man. You never know.
Big facts.
Basically, it's just I don't know. We'll see where the Tates go from here. But basically, Davis and it's kind of straightforward. But Davis and Tariq kind of just patting up Davis's car, talking about what's the plan going forward, cuts, that kind of thing. And you got to let Tariq know that, hey, there's a reason behind what you're doing. You got to know why, kind of find that reason. You know what I mean? So it's just that you got to be prepared for anything that comes your way, the type of thing.
Yeah, definitely, because anything can happen in the change of a dime.
Exactly. And a little before going forward, Kane and Effie kind of like, they don't break it off, but they kind of have this mini fight where Effie disagrees. You know what? Fuck it. I'm focusing on myself. Fuck you. You know what I mean? And Kane says, I'm just going to go focus on my own shit too. Bet. And it's pretty much straightforward.
Yeah, no, definitely. They went their separate ways. And then Effie said, I never should have skipped my interview to help you, gassing him.
No, it's pretty straightforward. And then Davis pays a visit to Noma and basically helps her out. In a weird way, I don't know if he knows about Obi's death, but he does make it a point that, like, hey, Obi and his brother went to Dubai and they wanted to avoid, extradition. So those documents are going to confirm that he left the country and he's no longer here.
Yeah, definitely. Very smart.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on.
I mean, yeah, yeah, it's kind of straightforward. Davis isn't dumb, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was able to talk to Noma, with the black suit.
Gotta let her know straight up, because at the end of the day, I want to say Davis is playing the long game against Noma and putting her crazy ass away. But at the same time, being her lawyer gets more information for him and Tariq.
Yeah, no, that's true. Definitely. It's smarter for him that way.
Mm-hmm. Davis just making moves, honestly. He's just doing his thing one step at a time. But at the same time, again, it's all interesting to see how Noma's going to fall in terms of like the ending. Because, I mean, hey, you never know. Anything can happen for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's so many ways it can end for her. She could go on, or she could go to jail. Who knows?
And basically, we see the not nightclub, but the uh Brayden and Tariq kind of plotting for like their how are we gonna sell cocaine. Like
Yeah,
they make it kind of reasonable. They're like it's kind of obviously going to be more detailed in the next episode, I'm sure. But basically, they just say, okay, you know what, we're going to blend it in with the merchandise. So obviously it's like the coffee stuff, or the course correct stuff where you ordering this product, but a little higher price means you kind of know what it's about. And kind of works out at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because you're all college students, you know what's going on. There's a new app hosting this. It's got to be big. And this is a tease for Tariq in the nightclub business, honestly. I think so.
yeah, getting it out there to students and stuff, getting it out there at parties, like not, parties like college frats. It's very, very. That's a good way to get. That's a good rollout. Introduction into the nightclub business, as you say.
No, it definitely is. Like in terms of if Tariq's ever going to follow in the footsteps of his dad in a nightclub type of fashion, I guess like you never know. I think this is going to be the best thing for him going forward, just so that way he can kind of I don't know pick himself up a little bit, like make him feel like a St. Patrick. You know what I mean? Do something that's a St. Patrick because he hasn't
Some,
done anything notable.
something his dad would do.
Just one of those things. But then um, basically straightforward to the point. Kate and Noma just bang it out. Just straight up on her kitchen counter. So I'm pretty sure at this point Kane's her number two, and that's pretty much how it is. And he's over Effie, I'm sure.
Obi's gone. Kane is in.
Literally. But he's also over Effie.
Yeah, Effie is looked at in top of the light towards the Russians.
No, when it comes to the Russians, those are people you can't forget too. They're still major and integral to the show.
Yeah, Effie was able to reason with them.
And getting to the conclusion in the final scene of the episode, the Tahada family dinner. These things that never go well.
Never.
But a little before this scene, or is it before the scene or during the scene? Pinky texts Tariq saying, "I got an update. I got a video I got to send you," which it's the Ring camera from Kate Egan's, ring bell thing. You
That
put
was
on,
during the dinner.
yeah,
During the dinner.
and during dinner, and Tariq asks Pinky, "Did you send it to Monet?" I'm on it, and this is where it teases you nicely. Monet gets a vibration on her phone, but she just pressed that rest button to just ignore it and then talks to her family. And I'm like, no, no, Monet, please, please. We need you to see that shit. You know what I mean? Diana's just nodding her head like, yeah, I got you. I got you, Monet. I'll join your business as long as, but I'm going to leave it soon. She's trying to be nice. Drew's like, nah, I'm not going to join you on the business. Whatever you do, blah, blah, blah. Then Monet opens up her phone finally once it rings again. And oh my gosh, she's watching a video. She's watching a video. I think every viewer in the who's watching this has followed up perfectly, knows exactly what was on that tape.
Yep. It's the 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 vision, the clear in 4K HP Diana's face as she's approaching Kate Egan's door with a red wig.
And then this is shot beautifully because Monet, looking at her phone, she's like, Diana, what the fuck did you do? And Diana and Drew are like, oh shit. But they're like, what's going on? What does she have on her phone? And Kane's like, what's going on? Why is it that he's the only one out of this loop? And then Monet just slides the phone over to Kane, and at that moment, I knew it's over. It's done. And Monet snaps. She's just like, that's your sister giving Tasha's address to Kate Egan and then making it look like I did that. And
Yeah.
oh,
Explain it, breaking it all down to Kane. He's still
No,
confused, but Diana's trying to plead why she did what she did, but Monet's not trying to hear it.
no, she's ready to go fuck him up, and then Kane just immediately, like a soldier, bro. He just immediately steps up and he's marching right after them. He does not let Drew and Diana escape, and Diana's like, "Hurry, go, go, go!" It's like a horror scene, bro. They show Kane's feet as they open leave the door. I love that shot. It's like a Jason, chasing you or whatever like that. It's just, and then Kane just can't find himself to shoot the car, and yeah, just
A lot happening at once. It's just crazy, bro. The Tejada family, Monet found out the truth that it was it was it was Diana. It was Diana that went to Kate. So now she's like, these guys got to go. Even Tariq too. Now Tariq found out it was Diana as well. Now they're both like, wow, Diana set us up against each other.
no. It immediately just makes you. This is what you love Power for, and what we love Power for. I don't know. I like it for this reason. Its ability to make you watch the next episode right away or want it.
Oh, 100%. That's the best part.
Even the finales, they make you want more.
It makes you thirsty, 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 thirsty,
Uh,
hungry.
it makes yeah, it's crazy. No, it's one of the scenes where you kind of want Tommy back too. It's a long time, you know what I mean? It's a long time coming type of deal.
Even though we just seen him in Force not too long ago. But yeah, I know what you mean.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. In terms of this season, I think it's gonna be closer to the end. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. But still, remember, yeah, he is in Chicago, so he can't just pull into New York out of nowhere.
It has to be for something specific.
Yeah, imagine it's because he comes through because Two Bit calls us like, "Hey, I'm about to smoke Tariq. He stole my car."
That would be crazy, bro. That would be a funny reason for Tommy to come back.
That'd be a comedy episode, low key. But nah, yeah, that pretty much wraps up the episode. Honestly, both that and I guess this, because yeah, basically at this point, Tariq is just now planning his next steps on dealing drugs where, which is going to be the not nightclub, but the little frat parties they're going to have or host and trying to make it big. And at the same time, Drew and Diana's next move, and then I mean Monet's next move, and I guess Noma and Kane's next move because a lot of next moves happening, but they kind of all interconnected. They're all working together.
Yeah, that's true. It's all, all ongoing.
Very all ongoing. And of course, like I said, that does wrap up this episode of The Spot here. I'm gonna definitely cover up the episode 4 of Ghosts in season 4. But yeah, no, still rooting for Tariq, of course, but hoping he gets that full ghost energy and just goes ghost on everybody, right?
Yep, that's what we're waiting for. We're just waiting for him to use his dad.
Exactly. All right, y'all, take care and peace.
Peace out. Peace.